Maria, Maria, I love you. All right, we sound good.
Someone said the average millennial is 36 years old and has nothing to their name. And they're living basically paycheck to paycheck with roommates in their 30s, not married, no kids because they can't afford it. And in fact, what they do have is a bunch of debt. So their future self already knows that they're going to be broke, they're going to be poor. So we're essentially in a trap that we literally cannot get out of no matter how much we work, no matter how many jobs we have. A lot of people have a full time job during the week and then Uber on the weekends just to make some extra money. That in itself sets you up for depression. I mean, think about working and having nothing to show for it.
I actually did drive Uber about 7 years ago, and it was fun for like 2 months. And then the depression thing, you sit there and you go, oh, God, I'm an Uber driver. And some people treat you as such. Like, they'll literally go, so what else do? You in school? What do you do outside of this? I go, I'm just trying to make some money. I go, it's even worse. She goes, what do you mean it's worse? I go, I bartend too. She goes, oh no, honey. I've experienced this. Just throwing that out there.
No savings, no investments, no house, nothing. Then you have their parents, the baby boomers, who are essentially the richest generation ever, who were able to support a family on one income, educated, have a house, savings, retire.
Technically, you used to be able to support a family on a taxi driver's salary. Nate, did you know? Fun fact. I'm going to say this again. I'm going to bring this up for the end of time. In New York City, to be a taxi cab driver, one license to be a taxi cab driver could cost upwards of $250,000 for a taxi cab license. Now, I say this to say, who in the fuck would pay that kind of money to be an Uber driver? Anybody. I just want to throw that out there.
I did not know that that was the thing.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know you were born in New York, so I thought you'd like that one. Yeah. Just in case you didn't know, it blew my fucking mind.
That's crazy, yeah.
Anyways.
Environment. So where is this American dream that we've heard of? It's now turned into the baby boomer dream because you can't even get better than what your parents had.
Actually, technically, before we get into the comments, I got to see how much, let's see how much the average millennial has saved according to Google AI Overview. All hail Google. Hold on. I actually want to know, before I look this up, how much the average millennial has. The American dream, apparently, it was just a slogan. It was like a sales pitch. And kind of like breakfast was the most important meal of the day. That was a sales pitch. But apparently it's the same thing for the American dream. The average millennial has roughly $110,000 saved across all accounts. That's actually pretty
better than I thought.
That's pretty good considering. Right here though. Right here. Some millennials have much more while others have much less, with a significant percent having less than $10,000 saved. That makes sense because if the average
left turn.
If the average is 110,000, that means there's probably a lot of people with like $250,000 and then a lot of people with like $1,000 to their name. That's fucked up.
That
dude.
is eclectic.
I gotta look this up. Was the American dream saying originally a slogan of some sort or a sales pitch? That's what I want to know. I can't spell for shit. If I spelt all that right, wow, I spelt all that right. Amazing.
It was originally not a slogan.
Yeah, wait, what was this? Okay. No, the American dream was not originally a political slogan. It was popularized by historian James Truslow Adams in 1931's book, The Epic of America, to describe the idea of land where life could be better and richer. Okay. All right, but it comes from a fucking book. Somebody said it.
That's goofy because he wrote that book in 31, which was right after the stock market crash of 29. That was like one of the worst eras of American history.
Good point. You're onto something,
That's
Nate.
so goofy.
Nate's onto something. We're getting crazy. All right. I'm 35 and okay, I don't know what you said there. Millennials live day to day. I think basically everybody lives day to day. That's kind of how it goes. You wake up, you live the day. Just throwing that out there.
You wake up, you take a shit, you
Ju-
get out of
just
bed.
it's impossible to live in the future, to my knowledge. I don't know. Maybe we do have the technology. All right, me watching this from my childhood bedroom. Oh, that's rough, dude. I don't blame people for living at home though, or having roommates, right? Like technically,
Why not?
me and my woman live together. I'm 35, she's 33. Technically, in a sense, we're roommates, except for we love each other and we have sex and all that. And but still, it's kind of we're splitting the responsibilities. I'm not doing it all by myself here.
I'm 25 and I have a roommate, but
Yeah, but that's totally acceptable.
is it? I don't know, man.
You feel guilty about being 25 and having a roommate?
I don't know. Sometimes people talk about it like, "Oh, you're still doing the roommate thing." I'm like,
Shut the fuck up.
why
dude.
would I go pay extra to live somewhere else? Like, dude, I'm paying less than the two of us combined.
Dude, if I met
Yeah.
somebody at 25, I'm 35. If I met somebody at 25 years old when I was 25 and they said that to me and they got their own place, I'd be like, okay, tell me everything. How are you doing this? I'm going to write this down. That's how I would react to that. I'd be like, good for fucking you. Like you are doing it, brother. That's all I'm saying. Like it's more uncommon for that. Or if they want to end up like the average millennial, yeah, just have no roommates in your early 20s all the way to 35. You'll be the guy with $5,000 in your bank account, nothing else. I know these people. Actually, it's kind of alarming how many people I know my age that actually they don't have any money. They're living day by day. Who would have thought? Not making fun of it. I'm just saying it's kind of alarming. All the millennials bragging in the comments, it's really sad. I'm glad some of y'all got lucky, but it takes one medical diagnosis. Yeah, that's my favorite one. Yeah, I'm not going to act like it's not hard. It is. But to be fair, Nate, you're 25.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to argue that a lot of people don't even try that hard.
Yeah, I will say that the average person,
Even your age, people in your category, do you think the average person your age is trying as hard as you? You're a little different.
No, definitely not.
You try as hard as I do, and I'm an adult, full-blown adult.
I really try. Yeah, no, I really try. But like, the average person is definitely not trying that hard.
We're saying your age, though.
Yeah, even my age for sure.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to just get at real fast. To be fair,
I think they're trying to figure it out. They just don't have like kind of the guidance or the idea. Like, because there's just, if you try to find out a path online, there's so much information. Not all of it's good.
Oh yeah, we come across some good shit on this, and by good I mean gnarly.
Bad.
Millennials have been dead inside since Y2K. Uber is a joyride at this point. What? Y2K? No way, dude. Come on. I'm having a hard time understanding that you weren't having some fun. Okay. Oh, this is the standard. Here I've been embarrassed. What a relief. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, you getting shamed for having roommates at 25, that's a little odd. I can understand maybe living at home, but at the same time, for me, it's almost like I'm not even judging you for living at home.
It is rare, but
Milk
yeah,
it.
like sorry.
No, you go ahead.
It's rare, but every now and then, yeah, people will be like, "Oh, you still have a roommate? You're 25?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude. You looked at the prices of a fucking house in Tampa, dude. A little shit box is $500,000.
Yeah,
I have more Bitcoin than I have real estate.
yeah.
I rent, baby.
That's
like
that's common. That's common.
What do you want from me?
Here we go. I'm a millennial and I have a couple of mental breakdowns to my name. Yeah, that's classic. Well, that's actually kind of the way to getting to the next side, is having those breakdowns.
You got to lose it a little.
But can you lose your mind and get it back? That's the question. That's the hard part. I'm 33 and I have a real strawberry. Okay. Paycheck to paycheck girly here. I think that's pretty common. 43, living with my in-laws in my in-laws' basement. I've been working nonstop for 27 years. Okay, that right there, though, I'm having a hard time believing that they've been working nonstop for 27 years to live in your in-laws' basement. That's where I'm getting at, though.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm going to end on that note. Actually, I'm going to end on this note. These two notes. Write this down. I'm 36, happily single. I have my own apartment. I never plan to leave. Some electronics to my name. LOL. Okay. Well, definitely if you're single, it's going to be harder It's never been harder than ever. And I don't want to say I'm happy that it's right that when I say you're not trying hard enough. I don't want to sound inconsiderate. But what I am saying is if you know that doing the 40 hours a week ain't going to cut it, if you know that, but you keep doing that, where are you going to end up? Anybody in this room? Does that make sense?
Absolutely. No, it does.
Does anybody get that?
I think so too. And that's like, I understand why people are drowning and they ask themselves, what's the point? And this is coming from someone who I do try. Like, I owe it to my parents and the people who came before me to try. That's what I believe. But I'm not going to look down on somebody who is, you know, like legitimately they feel defeated. Like, if you really feel the wind has been beaten out of you, I understand, man. I've been there.
Oh, we've all been there. I literally drove Uber.
As long as they don't scoff at us for trying.
Yeah.
I think it's totally cool, man. Do what you want. Just understand that you only get one life.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I was getting at. I'll leave the link to this lady down below, but that's where I was more getting was like, I try really hard. Like, when this guy said I work nonstop, I'm like, okay, but was it 7 days a week? Was it every day? Because sometimes that, like, in today's society, unfortunately, that's what it takes to not end up 37 years old with $5,000 to your name.
Yeah.
And even sometimes, if you're by yourself, you still might, this doesn't sound good. I'm going to chop it up at that. We're just going to leave it there. You're not working hard enough. I don't mean it like that. It sounds like disconnected.
Have you tried selling your butt? No, I'm kidding.
No, because I've worked 2 jobs for like most of my life. That was the only way I could get ahead. Not to break even. And I had the roommate shit. So what I'm saying is do people have too much pride in that? Is what I'm saying. I don't know. You guys leave your thoughts. I'll leave Nate's information down below.
Thanks for having me.
I'm getting the fuck out of here.